LeBron James all the way in.
And here comes Simmons the other way, 3-on-2. Simmons eludes the defender and lays it in with that.
Certainly the length altered that shot. Out of the equipment, steps and crunches.
Play right there. Porzingis from Jennings, throw down and a foul.
Irving, splits the defense with the dribble.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Bernie here, back at you again with another Charge segment. Of course, we have the, if you guys don't know, we have the Kobe Bryant retirement jersey ceremony after game post show between the Lakers and the Warriors. It was a good game. Kevin Durant hit a nasty shot, and Lonzo went up with it for the last second shot. I think there was like 6 seconds left. Tried to drive in, draw a foul, but didn't get any call there. But I guess the most important thing about this night was that Kobe Bryant, both the number 8 and the number 24 jersey were retired today. Sorry, as I just hit that. They were both retired, so, it's great to see people who've worked hard, put the time in, like I said in yesterday's episode. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, please watch it. It's a very good episode. Just about the Mamba mentality and how it's affected me and all that other stuff. But we're not here to talk about Kobe Bryant. We're here to talk about an up-and-coming star, someone that I think could potentially be better than Steph Curry was in his rookie year and, what he's doing right now in college, and that is Trae Young. So if you guys don't know, Trae Young is a 6'2 guard out of Norman North High School, from Oklahoma, and of course he chose Oklahoma as his place to play. And if you guys don't know, he's been really beasting and feasting lately, scoring 28 points a game with 8.9 assists, and along with, I believe, if you give me 1 second, I'll be able to figure it out, 3.6 rebounds. So not good in the rebound category, but the assists and points are looking pretty good. And a lot of people, after this week and after what's going on so far, we're still early in the season, but a lot of people are comparing the two, both Steph Curry and Trae Young, and I'm going to tell you why I think Trae Young is going to be a much better than Steph Curry, because if we look at Steph Curry's stats, Steph Curry right now is an unbelievable superstar. Steph has 2 titles to his name, great shooter, finishes at the rim. I mean, although we hate the Warriors here on the channel, only because I'm a Celtics fan and Peter's a Knicks fan, and he wants to see more competition along with me. I would like to see a little bit different teams battle it out. What I liked about this, or I like about Steph Curry, is that he's able just to do everything. I'm sure if he was on the Knicks or if he was on the Celtics, we would both be praising his name and all that other stuff. But, Trae Young is a guy that's been compared to a lot. If we look at Steph Curry's stats in his freshman year, because it is Trae Young's freshman year right now, Steph Curry averaged 21 points with 2.8 assists and then 3.7 rebounds. So as you guys can see, Trae Young is already doing a better job at a better prestigious school. I won't say that Davidson's not a good school, but in terms of prestige and how it is in like NCAA basketball and NCAA football, it's all about a star rating. Oklahoma's got a bigger star or more stars next to their name compared to Davidson. And, Davidson was nothing to sneeze at, but, Oklahoma is a much, you get the games televised more. So you understand that, when the Big Ten Network is showing, especially for basketball games, you are able to see Trae Young. And I think that's the reason why we're seeing more comparisons now of Trae Young to Steph Curry. I think what's interesting to me is that if we look back at both these guys' recruiting scout grades, so I'm basing this off ESPN and 247 scouting. So, according to ESPN, Trae Young was the 93rd rated player in the nation, and had was 23rd in the ESPN 100, which is really good. I should say the scout grade was 93. But 5-star recruit, 23rd in the nation. Really, really good. I mean, he's number 1 in his state, number 2 in his region, number 4 in his position. So that should tell you something about the kid himself and how he's going to be a really big beast. Compared to Steph Curry, he was ranked 281, and the Rivals rank, if you guys use Rivals, he was unranked. So you guys can see how much Steph Curry had to battle and constantly persist to get to the top to where he's at right now. I mean, it obviously doesn't come from just pure talent alone. It comes from hard work and dedication because, as you guys saw and what I read to you guys, he wasn't really that well recruited at all. So I think this is the reason why I think Trae Young will be a better Steph Curry if he is able to not have the injuries. I don't believe there was any injuries in high school that were as serious as Steph Curry's ankles problems, especially in his early career. So I think what I liked about Trae Young is that he's not injury prone like Steph Curry was. Steph Curry does have a little bit of nagging injuries, but Trae Young has not shown any of that so far in his college career. I know it's early in the season, but I don't see any issues of him, getting injured that often. And I think what the other reason why I like Trae Young so much is that he has a very quick release. If you guys notice, the best shooters have the quickest release: Ray Allen, Steph Curry, and Trae Young could potentially be added to this as someone who has a quick release because just looking at the shot, it's not a shot that's very unorthodox. It's very pure, very standard shot. So I think he should be able to score a lot of points no matter where he's at on the court. Of course, he's crafty. He's an elite finisher. He's an elite free throw shooter and just an elite general too. So, just looking at the stats, 8.9 assists. So, it's crazy what he can do. SB Nation put it correctly. So, he's an elite free throw shooter where he is 89.4% from the free throw line this year. So, he's close to that 90 or that 90% club, which, a lot of players like Steph Curry are in right now. And it just goes to show you that, if there's a situation where you need to finish, he'll be able to finish it. And that's what I like about Steph Curry. Like I said, a great playmaker, averaging 8.9 assists. Great. And I think the reason why a lot of people are, just comparing them right now is because, like I said earlier, it took Steph Curry a very long time to get him to the top to where he's at right now. This wasn't just, if we compare Steph Curry's regular season, hang on a sec real quick, but in the first season, in his 2009-2010 season, he averaged 17 points, 5.9 assists, and 4.5 rebounds. So I think Trae Young will easily be able to average 20 points a game in his rookie year because of the ability he has right now. He's already doing better than what Steph Curry did in his final year at Davidson, which he took 3 years to go to school. So I think, Trae Young is obviously going to be a one and done looking at his talent and his ability. I'm sure scouts are salivating at the mouth to get this guy on their team because he could be one of those guys that could be a steal of the draft depending on where people are positioned right now. And I don't think there's a lot of teams that won't put him at least top 10 in the draft. So, we're just going to have to wait and see about that. I do think, so according to NBA Draft.net, which is a site I like to use to evaluate where players go, he's apparently ranked the number 12th player compared to these other guys. But if I think people are smart enough, I think he will go a little bit higher than that. There's a lot of teams. I think the LA Clippers, this could potentially be a battle between Sexton and Trae Young for the battle of the point guard and who's going to be better. Once me and Peter are here, I would like to discuss that with him. Colin Sexton or Trae Young. I'm sure Peter's watched a lot of Trae Young because he is a very avid basketball fan. So I would like to ask him that question, but I'm going to ask you guys now, since you guys are here with me as this video is being made. What do you guys think of Trae Young versus Colin Sexton? Would you rather take Colin Sexton? Would you rather take Trae Young? If you had to build your team around one player going forward, what we've seen so far, who would be your guy? Let me know in the description down below. And other than that, I think that's going to do it, guys, for the Gimmick Cast. I'm sorry this was kind of a short video, but of course, there's going to be more topics that we will discuss. Like I said, Trae Young will definitely be a better Steph Curry. We've seen it from his stats. We've seen it from his recruiting that he was already put in a position to be already better than Steph Curry. And a lot of people comparing him also to Steve Nash as well. So, there's a lot of comparisons for this guy. I think this guy could potentially one day be up there with the greats in terms of shooting, elite shooters in this league, because the way that he's able to play the game, I'm sure he won't be making those top teams, whoever drafts at the top, pay, just like Steph Curry did to the New York Knicks at one point, sorry Peter, and also to other teams as well, because he was definitely one of the better players in that draft class, bar none. He should have been drafted at least, top 2. But I think people won't make the same mistake with Trae Young. I think Trae Young is going to be one of those players that potentially could be one of those top 2 players if he still plays at this high level of basketball. Whether or not he does well in the tournament or not doesn't matter. As long as he's able to produce at the same level that he's at, I see no way possible that this guy won't be better than Steph Curry. Like I said, already more nationally known. People will watch his game, so scouts will get more looks at him. And also, the way that he's quickly developed. I mean, it's a huge jump from when he went from high school basketball to where he's at right now in D1 basketball. 28 points a game. The dude is a monster. The dude is a beast. And I can't wait to see if he can one day out-battle Steph Curry. But this has been going on too long. Like I said, this has been your boy Bernie here on The Charge, where we give you the NBA news and rumors and also NBA discussions. I would love to have a discussion with you guys. Please let me know in the discussion down below who you would want to discuss. Let's get this discussion going, man. I'm really intrigued, and I'm really glad that a lot of people have been commenting on our videos. I love discussions. I love talking basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. It's Peter's favorite sport. Like I said, let me know in the comments down below what you would like us to talk about. But anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.